Hi everybody! Thanks so much for tuning in. This is the first episode of our live kids show while we're all at home, and we're going to tell you all about the bees. Today it's still pretty cold. I'm sure you see that there aren't many flowers or leaves out, and the bees are just starting to fly around. So we're going to do a lot inside today, but over the next couple of weeks we'll take you outside. We're going to show you where bees live, how they make honey, and hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. So without further ado, I have a secret to tell you. I am a bee whisperer. I am friends with thousands and thousands of bees, and I know how to talk to them, and maybe even at some point this summer, we'll catch a swarm of bees for you, and we'll show you how we put them in a beehive. Would you like to meet a couple bees? Let's start by showing you there's about 400 different species of bees in Ontario. We, my husband Matt and I, we take care of just honeybees. So let's take a look and we'll show you what they look like. Why don't we go down into the laptop and take a look. So here is a beautiful little honeybee. She is a girl. All of the worker bees are female. You can see that she's furry. She's got fur all over her body. And that fur, it helps her collect pollen. The pollen will stick to her fur, and then she's going to sweep it all down and put it on her back legs. You'll also see right here, she's got a really long tongue, and that long tongue, she sticks down into the bottom of the flowers, and she drinks up the nectar, and the nectar is sweet and it's beautiful, and they make honey with it. Here's another type of bee. Maybe you see this bee in your garden too. These are bumblebees, so they're bigger and they have black and yellow and big fuzzy buzzies. They're really cute. They also have a long tongue, but unlike honeybees that live in a colony of about 50,000, bumblebees live in a colony of about 20, often underground or in old mouse nests or in the hollow tree. Here's two bumblebees. They're working on the same flower. And if you look really, really close, you can almost see the pollen on their bodies. And then that pollen sticks to their fur. And then right here on the back of this bumblebee's leg, that's her pollen basket. It's like her grocery bags. She can carry pollen home and bring it back to the hive. And they eat it as their source of protein. And then most bees are yellow and black, but look at these bees. These aren't even yellow and black, but they're metallic green. They look like they're like some sort of robot. Aren't they amazing? You can't hear me, I'm hearing. Can you hear? As you can see, there are all kinds of different bees. There are 400 different species, and so we're gonna get really close and tell you all about honeybees. Would you like to meet one? We have a special friend. Would you like to meet her? Let's go see. Knock, knock, knock. Are you home? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
I don't really know.
You don't know your name?
No, I guess my name maybe is Abbee.
Abbee. Why do you think that's your name?
Well, because when I go around people, they seem to say, "Ah, a bee!"
Oh, Abbee. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Abbee. We have some questions from some kids at home. We had 25 kids ask questions that they want to ask you. So I'm just going to grab them, and then we've got all kinds of questions for you. So just stay put. Don't fly back in. Wait for me. Hold on.
Okay.
So Jack, age 7, he asks, how do bees make honey?
Oh, well, that's an easy question. What we do is we fly around the flowers and we suck up all the delicious nectar inside. And then we bring the nectar back to our beehive and we put it in these little tiny cells, and then we evaporate all the water out, and it turns into delicious honey for us.
Oh, wow. And what do you do with it? Do you eat it?
Yeah, we eat it. It's our food.
Awesome, awesome. And we eat it too. We take a little bit. We leave you guys with lots, but boy, oh boy, do we ever like it. Sam, age 5, he asks, how do bees get nectar from flowers?
Oh, that's easy. So what we do is we land on the flower, and we stick our great big giant tongues down inside the flower, and they're like a big straw, and then we just suck up all the nectar out of the flower.
Oh, wow. And then what do you do with it?
Then we put it in our belly, and we bring it back to our beehive.
But wait, how do you get it out of your belly into the hive?
Oh, well, that's easy. We just take it out of our belly, and we bring it back up out our mouth and put it into the hive.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. But you add all kinds of great things and enzymes to it, and it's so good for you. Josie, age 7, asks, how do bees know which beehive is theirs?
Well, that is a tricky question, but I guess you could say that the queen bee puts a nice smell in her hive, and then we can all smell our own hive because every hive smells different.
Right, and they also kind of look different. Your beehive has got polka dots.
Yeah, we painted this one up ourselves. It's really nice. We really like decorating up our hive.
Okay, that's awesome. There's another question, and it was, why are you black and yellow?
That's a good question. I don't know why I'm black or yellow.
Oh, well, you look beautiful. You've got wonderful, wonderful stripes. Love them, love them. And the last question comes from Ashton, age 2, who says, how do bees talk to each other?
Well, we can talk to each other many ways. We can talk to each other through smell. We can talk to each other through our antennas. Or we can also do a dance.
You dance?
Yeah, we dance. We tell each other where to go by dancing.
Oh, well, should we show everybody at home how you dance?
Sure.
Well, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay. Jamie G, would you like to come and dance with me? No. All right. Here, let's show everybody the dance.
It's on.
Oh, turn it around. Say hi. All right, there we go. So, honeybees, they communicate by dancing. They tell the other bees in the hive where the flowers are by doing a special dance. It's called a waggle dance. And so I'm going to teach it to you. So I'm hoping that if you're at home in your living room, you can stand up and learn it with me, okay? So the way it goes is the bees, what they do, it's like a figure 8. So they'll waggle through the middle, and then they go around in a circle, and then they waggle in the middle, and they go in a circle the other way. It's like a big figure 8 with a waggle in the middle. So I'll do it with you once, and then we'll put some music on, okay? All right, so it goes like this. Waggle through the middle, go around in a circle, waggle in the middle this way, go around in a circle like that, and then that's all they do. And how fast they wiggle through the middle, that's how great the flowers are. They're showing their excitement. And how long it is tells the bees how far to go. And it's all in relation to the sun. It's really amazing. That's how bees communicate, by dancing. So do you want to practice? All right, here we go. Oh, not that one. Wrong song. Ready? Okay, go. Waggle through the middle. Go around in a corner in a circle. Waggle through the middle again. Go around in a circle this way. Okay, keep going. Now the flowers are really good, so you're gonna go really, really fast. All right, here we go. All right, thanks. That's the waggle dance. So that's how bees communicate. They do dance, and it's just amazing. So maybe later on, once it gets warmer in the spring, when we open up a beehive and actually show you inside, maybe we'll see bees actually doing that waggle dance. It's pretty cool. Let me catch my breath. So the next thing that we were going to tell you about was what honeybees look like. And so I was going to draw a picture. Should we draw a picture? I'll show you how, I'll teach you how to draw a bee. So this is, let's pick a black crayon. And let's start with the head of the bee. So here we go. We got a little head like this. And honeybees, they have 5 eyes. 5 eyes. They have 2 compound eyes, these big ones. And they have 3 little eyes across the top that you can't really even see. And then they have big antennae that they use for feeling around. So there's the antenna. And they have a little mouth here that they, and then out of that mouth is this big straw-like tongue that they use to drink out of the bottom of flowers. Let's draw a little flower here for this bee. Let's pick this red crayon and draw this nice little flower. Bees, when they're flying around, they visit hundreds of flowers on a single trip. To make 1 pound of honey, that's a 1 pound jar of honey, they'll visit 2 million flowers. Okay, so now we've got the head of the bee. Let's draw the thorax. This is the middle section of the bee. This is the bee's engine. This is where all of her energy comes from. This is where her wings are. So let's draw a couple wings. She's got 4 wings, 2 sets, a front set and a back set. So the hind legs and or 4 wings and the hind wings. And then she has, hi Jamie, would you like to come and draw too? This is James. James is my 5-year-old. I think he's feeling a little shy, but he has a song about bees that he was thinking he might sing for you. So we'll have to give him some encouragement. And but anyway, so, and then after the thorax, this is the abdomen of the bee. This is where she has special glands called wax glands, and that's where she actually can make beeswax, and they use the beeswax to make the honeycomb in the hive. So the honeycomb is all the hexagon shapes that the bees fill with honey, and we'll show you that later this spring when we get into the hive. The hexagon shape, these 6 sides, that's the most efficient way that bees can store honey, so they get to store the most honey for the least amount of wax. Isn't that smart? They're amazing abdomens. Now I know what this bee is missing. This bee is missing some stripes. So let's give her some yellow stripes.
People are asking you to sing a song, James.
And we're giving, oh, not blue stripes. We need black stripes. Oh, they want to hear your song. You want to do it? And then here's the black stripes. And honeybees have 6 legs. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 legs. And then last but not least, they have a stinger. And that is their way of defending themselves against predators and things. So, you know, they can sting. They don't like to. They unfortunately, honeybees die when they sting you, and that's because they have a little barb on the end of their stinger, and it gets stuck in your skin when they sting you, and it really hurts the bee a lot more than it hurts us. So if you're afraid of bees and they're flying around, and it's best to just leave them alone and not worry. They're just visiting flowers. They're not very interested in you. And then the most important thing about the bees, she's got on her back legs, I was mentioning it before, they're her pollen baskets. So she's got 2 spots on her 2 back legs that she packs the pollen that she collects from flowers and brings home, and then the nectar she drinks up and into her stomach. She's covered in tons and tons of fur. Even she has fur even on her eyes, and that fur, it collects all the pollen while she's flying around, and then she'll fly back to her hive. So there is a very quickly drawn little bee. I hope that explains all the different parts of the bee. Jamie, would you like to sing a little song? Okay, well, let's do it together. Come here. Come on over here. Let's do it together. No? You're gonna hide? Are there any quick questions on Facebook? It's still really cold, so we can show you what we can in here, but we're looking forward to the rest of the season when we go online every week and get outside.
Oh, some whispering going on.
That's a great song. Let's do it together. Bernie B, Bernie bee, when will your tell me when your wedding be? Will it be tomorrow day? Take your wings and fly away. And that's it. That's a great song, James. Thank you. That's awesome. We have one more song for you before we say goodbye for today. So maybe you'd like to learn it. Would you like to learn it, James? Not that one, not that one. Don't touch it, please.
Yeah, I'll give you some questions.
Sure. Other questions?
Heather asks, are the bees still making honey while they're staying at home?
Well, you're right. The bees are staying at home a lot, just like us. All winter, they stay home. They stay home all the way from November until just about now is when they start flying around. And during that time, they're not making honey. They're eating the honey that they've saved for the winter. So as beekeepers, we need to be very sure to leave them with lots of honey so that they are well fed and happy over the winter.
And Jessica asks, do bees prefer flowers of any particular color?
Oh, that's a they can make beeswax. Bees, they can see in ultraviolet, so they really do like blue flowers, white flowers. Matt, what are you whispering to me?
Maybe purple flowers,
Purple
like
flowers.
lavender flowers?
Yes, they like lavender, but really they like all kinds of flowers. Native plants to Ontario are great for all kinds of different bees. The trees, right now, the trees are the first thing that the bees are going to go and visit. So the poplar and the willow and the maple, those are going to be the trees that are going to bloom right now and give them their very first source of protein and nectar. And then after that, it's not long until the dandelions bloom, and that's kind of the real time when the bees make the most honey. And there's, Abbee wants to come back into this. Hello, Abbee. Good to see you. Yes. Are there more questions?
And that's about it
All right, well,
for
we also
questions.
have a couple more people at home. Everybody who sent in your questions, thanks so much. I won't be able to get to all of them, but we will write them all back this afternoon on the event page.
And here's a quick question from April. Is the hive warm enough for the bees to get through the cold months of winter?
That's a great question. So what bees, unlike other insects, they don't go dormant. They actually stay awake all winter in the hive, and they cluster together in a ball and they generate heat, and they can keep themselves warm all winter. And then they just wait for spring. Abbee. And then there was a question about where do the beehive boxes go in the winter? That's from Deacon, age 4. They stay outside all winter, and then the bees just stay home, just like us right now. Yes, dear, I'm almost ready. All right, we're gonna do one last song for you, and then we're going to, then you just sit there, and then you can press the button when it's time, okay? Unless you wanna do the dance with me. You wanna dance with me? Don't press it. All right, you ready? Here it goes. Here is the beehive, but where are all the bees? Hiding away where no one sees. Here they go flying out of their hives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? Hiding inside where no one sees. Here they come flying out of their hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flying high and flying low, flying fast and flying slow. They buzz to the left and they buzz to the right. They buzz all day and sleep all night. Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? Hiding inside where no one sees. Out they come flying out of their hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bye, everybody. We'll see you next week. Have a wonderful day.